Hi everybody, it's Fisher Shade and it's great to be here again. I have had an amazing week and I hope you've all enjoyed your week as well. So this week I had the pleasure of meeting up with a friend I haven't seen in quite a while, and she put me through a test. She said, Shade, 5 to 10 years from now, where do you see yourself? What do you want to become? In one word. Our word was happy and I chose actualization. 5 to 10 years from now, I want to see myself having fulfilled half of, if not all of the dreams and goals that I set out for myself. And I want to put that same test to you. 5 to 10 years from now, where do you see yourself in one word? Happy Father's Day to all the great dads out there. What would we do without you? So happy Father's Day to you all. My obsession for the week. So if you have not seen The Dinner Party by Judith Chicago, you definitely should. It is at the Brooklyn Museum. If you live in New York City or you're visiting New York City, I think you should pay a visit to the Brooklyn Museum to see that artwork. It is simply terrific, amazing, beautiful, and in the moment you walk into that space, you just feel like this presence of all the women that are represented in the artwork. It is basically a representation of great women throughout history from different generations. Women like Emily Dickinson, Virginia Woolf, Sacagawea, Georgia O'Keeffe. I'm trying to remember the names. There were so many of them, and it's really beautiful. They're represented through vaginas. Yeah, basically vaginas in different shapes, sizes, and textures. I really cannot explain it. You have to see it for yourself, but it is a really stunning, terrific work of art. It is considered one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful, feminist work of art ever. And even if you're not a feminist, male, female, whatever, I think you should see it. It is absolutely stunning, and that is my obsession for the week. So the topic for today is, what is love? This vlog is basically about relationships, and I figured we cannot talk about relationships without talking about love, because the whole institute of marriage, dating, courtship is based on the idea of love. People go into relationship for all sort of reasons, but love would still be stated as the #1 reason or the top reason why people go into relationships. I try to stress the point that love is not just an emotion. It is more than the butterflies we feel in our stomach. Love is more than the feelings. It is more than the chemical reaction. I mean, when we see that person that we love, we are smitten and we have like all this stuff going on inside of us. That is not what love is really. Love is more than that. It's more than those feelings. It's more than those emotions. And I try to stress that on my blog. Love is a commitment. Love is a responsibility. Love is a promise. The thing is, when you say you love someone, a certain expectation is placed on you based on that word, because that person expects you to protect them. They expect you to be there for them. They expect you to have their back. They expect you to support them. They expect you not to hurt them. And in some cases, they expect you to catch a grenade for them. Yes, when you love somebody, that person expects you to catch a grenade for them. That is what love is. And I listen a lot to the late Dr. Miles Monroe, and he said something very interesting. He said, as a woman, if a man comes to you and says he loves you, he wants to marry you, you should ask them, are you ready to commit to meeting all my needs for the rest of my life without expecting anything in return? And that's right there ought to shock, because that is not what we expect. But that is exactly what love is. It is committing to somebody's needs for the rest of the person's life, for the rest of your life, without expecting anything in return. And it is powerful. That is really deep. That is giving. Love is an action word. It is a verb. Some people say love is a verb. Love is an action word. It is giving yourself for somebody. It is giving up yourself for somebody. It is much deeper than the emotion. When you love somebody, you're interested in that person, you care for them, you want to know what's going on in their life, you want to know what's going on in their mind, how they think, what their interests are, what their dreams are, what their ambitions are, what they think about at night, what keeps them awake. You're just so interested and you want to know every single little detail about that person. So I just want to share the message that love is much deeper than the emotions. Love is the most powerful force on earth. And the idea here is that sometimes we go into relationships with the mindsets that we're going to be loved. This person loves me and I'm going to be with this person because the person loves me. But we should really go into relationship with the mindsets that I have so much love and I want to share with this person. If two people come together with that idea in mind, it's going to be an explosive relationship. Like, you go into a relationship with mindset that I just want to love this person, I just want to give love, not that I want to receive, I want to give. That would just make a very, very fantastic relationship. And that is just my message for today. Love is not really an emotion. It is more than that. It is much deeper than that. Love is a responsibility, love is a commitment, and love is a promise. So that's my message for today, and thank you for watching. But before I go, I promise that I'll be sharing a quote with you that has inspired me. And it's being Father's Day and all, I just decided to share a quote about the fathers. So this quote is from Billy Graham, and he says, "A good father is one of the most unsung, unpraised, unnoticed, and yet one of the most valuable assets in our society." A good father is one of the most unsung, unpraised, unnoticed, and yet one of the most valuable assets in our society. And I just want to leave you all with that as you enjoy your Father's Day weekend. I got a question from a viewer this week. I said before in my previous videos, you can send me a question by sending me a message on Facebook or Instagram, or writing me or sending me a message on my blog, and I'll be happy to answer some of your questions. And you definitely can comment on the vlog as well. So the question I got this week was, is it okay to marry a woman who cannot cook? Now, this may not be a very popular opinion, but I don't think it's okay for a woman or a man not to be able to cook. I think it is just one of those essential skills we need to have as human beings. And this has nothing to do with gender roles. I'm not even getting into that. I don't think a woman's place is in the kitchen or whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, this is not about that. But I think it's just an essential skill to have. I mean, you don't want to be eating takeouts all the time, and you don't want to be going to restaurants all the time. Besides, it's not a very healthy lifestyle, and you don't want to raise your children with that kind of habits, because your children will definitely follow after your footstep, and from a very young age you want them to cultivate good habits. And it's very easy nowadays because there are a lot of stuff on YouTube. There are a lot of tutorials, simple steps, how to make an oatmeal, how to cook a noodle. There are a lot of things on YouTube, so it's very easy to learn how to cook nowadays. Be it a man, be it a woman, I think it's an essential skill to have. And if you're the guy getting married and your wife to be, or your girlfriend or fiancé, don't know how to cook and you can cook, I think you should teach her how to cook. It even makes it better, and I think it's really romantic for spouses to cook together. So I think it's an essential skill to have, and you should definitely learn how to cook. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again next week as I discuss another interesting topics about relationship. And enjoy your Father's Day weekend. Bye bye.